In America, the death penalty is more disturbing than you'd think. Since 1973, more than 200 people sentenced to death have been exonerated, meaning over 200 innocent people spent years with the certainty of execution hanging over their heads every single day until they were finally freed. The death penalty isn't always about punishment, it's a bargaining chip. Prosecutors use the threat of execution to pressure people into plea deals, eliminating the need for trials and forfeiting all appeals. It's leverage they're not willing to lose. Take Texas, for instance, the poster child for capital punishment. Since 1977, Texas has executed nearly 600 people, more than any other state. And still its current death row remains one of the most populated in the country. But the big picture is even more grotesque. Believe it or not, executions are often botched. For example, the recent case where a firing squad in South Carolina missed, causing unnecessary, excruciating pain. In one case, the condemned man had to help his executioners find his vein, essentially forcing him to assist in his own execution. And for every 8 people executed in the US, 1 person has been exonerated. If we're finding that many mistakes before it's too late, how many are we missing? Here's another reality check. The United States remains one of the last developed countries to carry out executions, keeping company with the likes of China, Iran, and Saudi Arabia. Death penalty cases are far more expensive than life imprisonment. In California, a single death row inmate costs about $90,000 more per year than one in the general prison population. Since 1978, the state has spent over $4 billion on the death penalty to execute 13 people. Death row is often a decades-long limbo. The average wait between sentencing and execution in the U.S. is now over 20 years. In Florida, there have been inmates on death row for more than 40 years. And death penalty trials often use death-qualified juries, meaning jurors who oppose the death penalty are disqualified. This makes juries not only more likely to convict, but also more likely to be white and male, skewing the process before the trial even begins. A few states even have backup methods if lethal injection isn't available. Think firing squad, Utah and South Carolina, electric chair, Tennessee, and even gas chambers, Arizona. So why do we keep killing people to teach people that killing people is wrong? If the concept weren't so insane, it'd almost be laughable. As much as the Supreme Court speaks about finality for victims' families, perhaps they should be just as concerned about the finality of executing an innocent person, the definition of finality by any measure. It's time we ask ourselves, can the death penalty really be called justice if it means continuing to execute innocent people